Okay, guys, so I've already washed my face and moisturized my face. Now I'm going to put a primer on before I put my foundation on. And this is the primer that I use here. It's Nuetrogena Shine Control Primer. It has rice protein complex in it. Put that all over my face, especially focusing on the areas where I get the most oil, which is basically my T-zone. Eyebrows are already done. Maybe I'll put a little more because my face gets extra oily. So yeah. So just apply that all over. Okay. So next I'm gonna get my Fix Plus spray and I'm gonna spray my foundation brush because I'm using a stick foundation. And the foundation that I'm using is Black Opal. And the color I'm using is in hazelnut. If you guys can see that, say hazelnut. And all I do is just apply that sides of my face, chin. There's really no method to it. And then I'm going to blend that in. I may have to go over with a second coat since I didn't put concealer on like sometimes I do when I use my MAC, but 2 coats should be okay. Put it under here and everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and apply another coat because I want full coverage. As you can see, I have blemished skin. So I'm going to put it in the areas where the blemishes are mostly visible. And this time, I'm not going to spray my brush. I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. And I try to get under my neck and everything so that it'll match my neck. I don't want to be two-toned. Okay, and for my highlight, for the first time, I'm going to be using this 3D face creator, and I'm using it in level 9. This is level 9. I thought I had level 11 on me, but that's okay. I have level 9 for my highlight. And I'm just going to warm it up with my finger because I want it to be, and it's a dark side and a lighter side in here. I think I'm going to go in with this darker side over here. I can't really tell. They look pretty close in colors, but anyway, I'm going in with this darker color here. I'm just going to warm it up a little bit with my finger just to get it to going good. And I'm just going to dot it like under my eyes. Just sort of stipple it right under my eyes. And I'm looking up so that you won't get crease and everything up in there. And like I said, I'm just going to stipple that in there with my finger. Not rubbing it, I'm just patting it in there. Okay, I'm going to do this other side here. Look up again. Just put everywhere in there. I'll do down the bridge of my nose. Sometimes I use a sponge, a cosmetic sponge to do this, but I don't know, sometimes your fingers are the best blenders. So I'm doing it that way today. I switch it up whenever I feel like it. And I kind of want some of that highlight to go right here. So I'm going to put some here and here, right here on my forehead, and do the same thing. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of blend that on it out with my finger. Like I said, I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just kind of stippling it on with my finger. That's there. On the bridge of my nose and then my highlighted area. And I may put a little down here and here. And I want to blend that out real good because I don't want to be walking around here looking two-tone. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so to set my highlight, I'm going to use my Ben Nye luxury powder. And I'm going to use with this little powder puff to apply that. In the areas that I highlighted. I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the areas that I highlighted. And I'm just patting it in. those areas. It won't hurt if I put it on my eyes. Okay, and for my foundation, to set my foundation, what I do, and I'm just going to leave that on there and let that set for a little bit. I'll brush it off when I get ready to. For my foundation, I use my Studio Fix, my MAC Studio Fix, and I use that in the color NW45. I think that's NW45. Yeah, NW45. So I use that on all the other areas, and I'm going to use the same complexion brush, this e.l.f. complexion brush that I used to apply my foundation. I'm just going to rub that around real good, get that in there real good, and I kind of pat that on first too. And all the areas that I didn't highlight is where I put that. Then I go ahead and I just go ahead and blend that all in. Blend that out. And then those areas I can just lightly sweep across the areas where I put the powder, the midnight powder, my highlighted areas. I just lightly brush across there in those areas. Okay. Now for my eyes, I'm going to use, where's my stuff? I'm going to use my Urban Decay Primer Potion primer for my eyelids. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on my eyelids and all the way up to my eyebrows. I'm going to put that. Primer all in there. So I've primed my eyelids. And what I like to do is prime my eyelashes as well. And I use this e.l.f. mascara primer to prime my eyelashes. And the way I do that, I go side to side because I want every lash to get primed. So that's just what I do. And go back in with the other side. And I do the top and the bottom. So now I just let that set. Let that dry a little bit. So, okay, so I feel like I'm forgetting something. What else is here that I do? Oh, as far as bronzer, I use Covergirl Queen Bronzer in Ebony Bronze. Well, I have the dark brown one, but I'm going to use this one today. It's while I'm waiting for my eyelashes to dry. And I'm going to use this MAC 161S brush here to put my bronzer on. And I sort of use it as like a contour. And I put it just below my cheekbone. And down here, jaw bone. I put some here, some here. All the areas that you would put it, bronzer. Okay. Okay. So now, while I'm waiting, now the look I'm going for today is I'm going to be doing a wig tutorial right after this. So I mean, this was basically my foundation routine, but I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and apply the makeup that I was going to use because I want to do sort of a pin-up look. So stay tuned for a minute now. I'll do that now. I'll be right back, guys.